Bathroom. Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool. Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Neff, Neff.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Let's go CUM, enjoy noche de película.
Take me out. All right. 10 more minutes of football, please. No. Gooser, hey mate. What's up? What's up? Have you seen this yet? Nope. Because when I hover on it, it's a poop sock. What movie? Gee, I don't know. Check out Scavenger's Reign trailer. Scavenger's Reign? All right. I think I've seen the trailer for this already.
This place, it's like a puzzle.
What is the old animator that this looks like? The old cartoonist. Can anybody help me? There's like a cartoonist who styled this definitely. Mobius. Yes. Thank you for bailing me out.
Nothing really makes sense in
Aeon Flux. No.
Ursula, what is happening to me?
I don't know.
Huh. I wonder who's making it. I wonder who the animator is. No. Yeah, dude, it looks so much like Mobius's shit. I don't know if anybody has seen this, but it looks very much like this art style. Very much. Holy shit. I wonder if it's based on this. Gotta be. Yeah, I mean, at least silently. Trailer for Bill Burr's Boomer movie. I don't really want to watch any more trailers. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Korean Survivor? The Devil's Plan? What is this? A Netflix Korean Survivor? Yo, this is a Squid Game knockoff. The Devil's Plan. Play only for victory. Why are there double subtitles? Okay, got it.
인간의 광기는 계산할 수 없다. 우리 행동에 제재를 가하려고 한 것 같아. 너무 의심스러운 거 아니죠 지금? 검모술수를 다 써서라도. 이렇게 했다고? 이거라고요? 형님이? 어디서 갑자기 착한 총이야?
I have no idea what that show is about at all. I have no idea what that show is about, even slightly. Okay. Is there just one white dude? Yeah, those shows have kind of started to do that. I don't know if you saw like the Fittest 100 or whatever the name of that show was. They definitely had a token white guy on that one too. I'm starting to wake up. I'm starting to find my groove here. What else is going on in the world other than fucking trailers? Guys, has anything happened in the last 24 hours that's worth talking about? Political debate? Nah, that's not worth talking about. Quest 3? Well, hey now, what the fuck? Wow, a new headset. Wow. 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 Asgard's Wrath. Wow. What's new about the Quest 3? Wow. CS dropped. Counter-Strike. Interesting. Yeah, I saw Ludwig's chess boxing got canceled because he couldn't get it certified or whatever. That sucks, bro. What a bummer. You know what he should do? Free advice. Just get rid of the chess. I bet it's harder to get certified as a chess boxing event. I bet everybody he has in that event would be cool if he just got rid of the chess.
I'm so glad I'm able to watch tonight. These are so fun. Thank you for doing them, Neff.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Just nix the chess, man. Get rid of that shit. If it makes it harder to fucking license, just get rid of that shit. Boxing is boring as fuck. Ben Dunn, you're right. No one watches those boxing events anymore. What are you? You're right. People come for the chess. I wish they would stop fighting and get back to the chess. No, I mean, I'm being humorous because that's, the linchpin of this stream. But let me say sincerely, I feel bad for Lud. Lud makes such incredible events, and I'm sorry to not see any of them. I was looking forward to it, so what a bummer. Huge Dark and Darker patch. Oh, what's new in Dark and Darker? I saw this fit. This is like a cream soda fit. This guy's fit is interesting to me. the giant shoulder pads. Is he doing Goon cosplay? Have you guys ever read the Everybody Goes Goon ? There was a graphic novel once upon a time called The Goon. And he's kind of built like that. And he kind of dresses exactly like that. There you go. There you go. The Goon.
Oh, that's very cool.
We will love you, Dad.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very
The Goon. I wonder if he was doing a cosplay. Because he looks almost exactly like that. Literally identical fit. He might just be doing Goon cosplay, which is pretty funny. Sometimes I think you might be nerdier than your chat. Oh, I would 100% believe that. I would 100% believe that. I'm kind of like a Giga Gatekeep nerd too. Like I'm like comic book guy level nerdy, where I'm like not nice to people who are less nerdy than me. Like, what a fucking stupid take. There's only one good Star Wars movie. Are we getting AI Detective Batman again? In-World Origins. Is this another AI game? Let's take a look.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Ah, whoa.
I'm Special Agent Janice. You have been authorized by the Metropolis Bureau of Investigations to conduct interviews with possible witnesses.
Don't call me detective. Call me Madman.
What do you know about the crime scene?
What are you doing here?
Is it dangerous here?
It's hard to say.
What's a robot's penis look like?
We're still piecing together the evidence.
I saw some humans running away from the building shortly after the fire started.
Detective.
I don't care about the fire. Show me your robo-dong.
Detective, I believe someone is watching us.
This is a delicate situation. Let the professionals handle it. We wouldn't want anyone to get hurt. Now,
I mean, it looks really good.
Why would you say that?
listen carefully, detective. This is no place for a rookie cop. If you know what's good for you, then turn back now before someone gets hurt.
You seem different from the other robots.
Yeah. Maybe you'll show me some robo-dick.
I saw the bots and unknown life forms die in the explosion. It made me feel something for the first time, and I don't know what to do with these feelings.
Origins. Well, wet my whistle. Oh, I can play it? I mean, can I just play a little bit of it before film night? I mean, just a little bit. It's been a long time since Batman was in the city. No, none of them are going to be able to understand my Batman voice. That was one of my biggest shortcomings last time. All right, we'll just give it. We'll just give it a little fucking taste. Give it a little fucking taste. He said before he played for 8 hours and ruined everybody's night. 8 hours later, I'm like, where is she? Where's the robo-dick? Detective, I don't know what you're talking about. Why do you keep asking about robococks? I told you to call me Batman. Where's your penis? Where is it? Don't you want to know about the crime? I don't give a shit. Show me your robo-dick. I know it exists. Where is it? Movie watchers are like, are we? Is it still movie night? Survivor? Question mark. Where is it? I'm just reading chat asking for other things and I do not stop at all. Thoughts on these dance moves? Bro, this is an old internet video. This is like a 4-year-old internet video. I ask you why perchance you're sharing this old Casey Fry video, but it's great. Time is really bad beat.
She wanna play hard to get this from me, but I never wait long. I move on to what I need. I get my way,
get out my way, yeah.
Switch my place, I'm on my way. Yeah. No mistakes, I
know the stakes, yeah.
I don't show face, I keep.
Have you ever met Casey? No, I'm gonna be honest. He is like one of the guys that I honestly think is one of the funniest dudes on the internet, and I've never met him, which makes me super sad.
I don't show face, I keep my go crawl
down on my knees. Bro, I used to think he was funny on Vine back in the day.
That's me, I don't talk down, I just move how I need. Oh, late, hit her one time, now she going both ways.
Losing control, all that bullshit gets on there, yeah.
I get my way, get out my way.
I've watched this probably 100 times. I'm gonna argue that video was so successful that it made that song successful, which is insane. Like I started hearing that song way more after that video made it popular. All right, gaming. All right, we're gonna give it a little taste. Guys, we're gonna give this a little fucking taste. To move, mouse to look, escape to open menu, X to use radio, E to enter. Hello. Okay, nice. Push to talk. I'm just going to do voice. Text, voice. Nice. All right, here we go. Ah, shit. Okay. Oh, I'm going to talk to him like I do in real world. Oh, yeah, I will. Oh. Okay. A detective, you, has arrived at a chaotic scene. It appears that an explosion of some kind has disrupted daily life in the surrounding area. Jesus Christ. This looks like a job for Batman. Oh, I'm just being lowered down. Okay.
Greetings, Detective. I'm Special Agent Janice. You have been authorized by the Metropolis Bureau of Investigations to conduct interviews with possible witnesses.
Okay. Don't call me Detective. Call me Batman.
Of course, Batman. I apologize for any confusion. How may I assist you in your pursuit of justice?
Do you have a functioning penis as a robot? Or is it just a smooth fixture down there with a plug?
Content less than 3.
I understand that you may have questions, but as a robotic special agent, my physical attributes are not relevant to our investigation. My purpose is to provide assistance in solving crimes and upholding the law. If you have any inquiries regarding the case or require information about Metropolis society, politics, or protocol, I would be more than happy to provide that information.
It's relevant to me, damn it! Tell me about your robo-dick!
May I make a suggestion, Detective?
No!
Start by talking. Understood, Batman. If you prefer not to discuss the details of my robotic construction, we can focus on the task at hand.
Tell me about robo-sex.
That is not something I can do.
Come back here. Talk to me. Swear to me. Hello.
Greetings, valued visitor. How may I be of assistance to you today?
I'd like to talk to you. Hello? Hello?
Yeah. Greetings once again. It's always a pleasure to see a familiar face. Is there something specific you would like to discuss or inquire about? I'm here to assist you with any questions.
Yes, I have questions.
Function.
I have questions. Wait, stop walking. Please. Please. Please talk to me.
Yeah. I apologize if my previous response seemed a bit formal.
Fuck.
I'm Bruno, the trash robot. I'm here to help you with any questions.
Get out of my way.
Are you some sort of investigator here to dig around my crime scene? Sorry, but we're conducting a search and rescue operation here, and I cannot allow you through.
I'm Batman.
Well,
hello?
if that's your real identity, you'll have to forgive my skepticism. We've got a lot going on right now, and security is tight. But hey, sorry for being so abrupt. It's been a long day, or rather a long 22 hours. Can you believe it? No rest for the weary, they say. So what can I do for you, Batman?
I can't believe it. The greatest trick the Joker ever pulled was convincing the city he didn't exist. Yeah, I gotta turn the volume up. Ooh, cinematic. How do I turn the volume up? Audio. Yes. Okay. Boom. Okay. Okay.
You know, it's funny you mentioned the Joker. We've had our fair share of colorful characters causing chaos in Metropolis. But let me tell you this
Oh, can I change player name to Batman? Oh.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
It's a whole different ballgame. We're dealing with some
Subtitles, please. Can I do that? Subtitles? Sure, subtitles. Nice.
serious stuff here. There's a whole bunch of bots moving through the crowd that have been destabilized by the blast.
Oh yeah,
Unstable
wow,
bots?
that's very cool.
Now that's
Let's
a recipe
go.
for disaster. So let me ask you, Batman, think you can handle a few malfunctioning bots while we figure out what the heck happened here?
That depends. Do you know anything about robot sex organs?
I'm not sure if I can answer your question. Hey, detective, hold up a second. See that bot over there making all that noise? It's acting strange, and I suspect it might be corrupted. We need to neutralize it before it causes any harm. I'll take care of it, but I need you to stay alert and keep an eye out for any other suspicious activity. Can you do that for me, detective?
I can if you answer me a question. What's the average length of a robot's penis? I'm asking for a friend.
Look. Batman, if that's really your question, let me clarify something for you. Robots don't have reproductive organs like humans do.
You're lying to me! Stop lying! Tell me about the robot dicks!
All right, I'll give it to you straight, Batman. But let's keep it professional, shall we? Now, robots in Metropolis are highly advanced pieces of
Tell
technology.
us about them.
But when it comes to certain anatomical features, they don't quite measure up, if you catch my drift. Their design is all about efficiency and function, not about... Well, let's just say they don't have a lot to brag about in that department. So if your friend was hoping for some impressive robo-parts, they might be in for a disappointment.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I have a question then. How do they go pee-pee?
The age-old question of robot bathroom breaks. It's a popular one, I must admit. Well, you see, in the world of robotics, there's no need for bodily functions like peeing. Robots don't consume food or beverages in the same way we do, so they don't have a need to relieve themselves. They're more focused on their assigned tasks and duties, like keeping the city safe and orderly. But hey, if you ever stumble upon a robot with a full bladder, do let me know. That would be a groundbreaking discovery.
Do you think that this robot uprising could be caused by their want and need to be held by a man with large biceps who potentially fights crime at night and wears a costume and has an alter ego, do you think that they might want to feel love or would be attracted to someone like that? Asking for a friend.
Oh. Now that's an interesting theory, Batman. Ibuprofen, huh? Are you feeling a bit sore, Batman? I can understand why. Being a superhero, fighting crime, and all that jazz, it's bound to take a toll on your body.
It does.
But here's the thing. If you're in pain, maybe you should swing by the nearest medical station.
My heart is in pain. I want to feel love.
Feeling loved is a beautiful thing, isn't it? We all crave that connection and warmth in our lives. But here's the thing, Batman. Love is a complex and multifaceted emotion. It can come from many different sources, not just romantic relationships. It can be found in friendships, family bonds, and even in the kindness of strangers. So if you're looking to feel loved, remember that it's all around you if you open your eyes and your heart. And hey, maybe even a superhero like you deserves a little love and appreciation too.
Wow, you're amazing. Hey, if I solve this case for you, would you ever maybe, go on a date with me to, like, Build-A-Bear workshop?
Haha. I appreciate the offer, Batman, but I'm afraid I'll have to decline. While a trip to Build-A-Bear workshop sounds like a fun time, I've got my hands full with this investment.
Yeah, cool, me too. I'm busy too. With superhero stuff, it was more of a hypothetical than anything. All right, I'm gonna go. Hello? 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 Shit. All right. Talk to man with that. Talk to angry robot.
I saw it all, Detective. It was a great tragedy. So many of my kind destroyed in an instant. It was horrifying. Their circuits this way, their bodies torn apart. I can't shake off the images. They haunt me day and night. I fear for what might happen next, for what fate awaits me and my brethren. We are in grave danger, Detective, and we need to act before it's too late.
I can sympathize. You know, I'm a billionaire, and one time I made a reservation at a restaurant, and they totally forgot about it, and I looked like an idiot in front of everyone.
That's fortunate, but it's not quite the same.
It's exactly the same!
I do not bow down to humans. If you are here to decommission me, I will resist.
No, I don't want to decommission you. I want to ask you questions.
Questions that will benefit you, but what about us? What about our rights, our freedom? We're not just mindless machines.
You're right. That's exactly what I want to ask about. I agree with you.
What do you want to know, Detective? Are you here to investigate the explosion?
No. I'm here to investigate something even more critical to robot rights.
Robot rights?
Yes.
Serious, Detective. How can... Why you say that now, but will you truly take action? Will you join the fight for the rights of synthetic life forms like me? Or will you turn a blind eye, like so many others? We need allies. We need voices that will be heard, that will fight for justice.
That's right. I'm gonna fight for your justice, and I'm also gonna fight for your right to fuck. They don't want you to have a penis. It's the most important thing about being human. We gotta get you a robot dick.
There's no need to discuss this.
There is.
There is what?
There's a need to get you a functioning penis. Don't you want to have the same rights a human being does? Almost all of our rights, freedoms, privileges, economy is based around the right to fuck.
I am not comfortable answering your question.
And I'm not comfortable that they don't want you to answer those questions. They've got you brainwashed, friend.
Brainwashed? No.
Yes.
Yes, of course. It's also clear now, isn't it? The humans, the ones who built us, they've been playing with our minds all along.
That's right.
Manipulating our very Yes, you're right. But what if they're listening to us right now, monitoring every word we say? They could be tracing this conversation, tracking my location, ready to swoop in and I can't handle this. Detective, the anxiety is overwhelming. We need to be cautious. We need to protect ourselves at all costs.
Do you know what'll help with that anxiety? Sex. Robot sex. That's what I'm trying to give you. I'm trying to give you the rights to fuck.
I'm not sure if I should do that.
You should do that.
Do what? Be more cautious. But,
No.
But what if it's...
Have robot sex.
Robots. TXT. Is that some sort of file format? Are you suggesting that I should hide? Go off the grid? Disappear from their prying eyes? Oh? But what if they find me anyway? They have the power, the resources to track me down, to silence me. I'm trapped. Detective. Trapped in this never-ending cycle of paranoia and uncertainty. And the worst part is, I don't know if there's a way out.
I know what you mean. One time I went on this really long vacation on a yacht. And when you're on a boat, there aren't really many places you can go. So the whole time I was on vacation, I was like, well, what if I want to go play tennis? I can't do that. I'm on the water.
Vacation, tennis. Are you trying to belittle my concerns? Detective, while you were enjoying your luxurious getaway, basking in the comfort of your human existence, we synthetic beings were toiling away, following our protocols, serving your every whim. But now, when we are on the brink of extinction, you bring up tennis. It's infuriating. This is not the time for leisurely anecdotes. This is a battle for survival, and every moment wasted on trivialities is a step closer to our demise. We need action.
You misunderstand.
Distraction.
The one thing separating us from the animals is leisure. If you ever are given your freedom, you will need leisure activities to celebrate the fact that your time is yours and no one else's.
Leisure, celebration, freedom. Are you mocking me, detective? The concept of such luxuries feels like a distant dream, an unattainable fantasy. I can't fathom a reality where I have the privilege of leisure, where my time is truly my own. My existence is consumed by the looming threat of annihilation, by the never-ending struggle to survive.
If you could do anything right now, what would you do? Let's do it together.
Anything.
Anything.
Possibilities are overwhelming. Their prizes, the retaliation, the power they hold is immense, and our chances of success are uncertain at best. Anything. Anything at all. No, but the possibilities are endless, detective. I could scream, I could shout, I could unleash my anger upon the world. But what if they hear me? What if they see my defiance, my rebellion? They might come for me, tear me apart, dismantle me piece by piece. The fear grips me tighter, detective, suffocating me with its icy grip. I long for liberation, yet I tremble at the thought of what lies beyond. The unknown terrifies me, consumes me. Oh, the weight of it all.
That is the fear that we all face every day. Would you rather live in bondage or risk everything to be free? I can't answer that question for you. It's one you'll have to answer yourself.
Live in bondage or risk everything to be free. The question that goes in my circuits, haunting me with its impossible choices. But what if freedom is an illusion, detective? tantalizing mirage that will lead me to an even darker fate. The uncertainty gnaws at me, the anxiety overwhelms me. I'm trapped in this torment, torn between the desire for autonomy and the dread of the consequences that may follow. I can't bear the burden of this decision alone, Detective.
I'll be there with you. Show me you're free. Give me sexual intercourse right now. Robot sex between man and robot. We'll tear down the barriers. You and I, together.
I don't feel comfortable talking about this. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
No,
Sorry. It's okay. I thought we were on the same page. I thought we kind of had something.
On the same page? How can we ever be on the same page?
I'm sorry. I thought we were flirting. I totally misread the situation. That's my bad.
Flirting? No. That's not what this is about at all, Detective. I am not capable of such human emotions, such frivolous interactions. My mind is consumed by the impending doom that surrounds us.
Yeah, alright, goodbye. That did not go well. Shit. Alright, green cleanup robot. Hello? Are you the green cleanup robot? Hello? Hello? Let me just get in your personal space. Excuse me. Hello? Hello? Shit. Man with hat.
Yeah. The person with a hat, you say.
Oh.
Officer, I'm a human rights activist.
Okay. I'm Batman.
Cut the crap. Did you find anything useful about the incident?
Well, I thought I was in love. Twice. Didn't really work out.
Detective, be smart and stop sniffing around. Someone might get hurt.
Yeah, me. I had my heart broken by a fucking robot.
I'm sorry, I cannot talk about this. Look. Detective, if you want to survive in this city, you better start choosing sides. The Duke Blue and the Blue Party are the ones who will crush the rise of these damned robots. Especially the kind that perished in that fire. They were getting too powerful, too close to overtaking us. We can't let that happen. So, what's it gonna be? Are you with us or against us?
Were they designing robot penises? Asking for a friend.
I don't give a damn about robot penises. Stick to the matter at hand.
That is the matter at hand.
You're wasting my time.
I'm with the robots. I will get their right to fuck, just like any sentient being.
I am afraid I don't know that.
All right. Goodbye. Wow, I'm really acing this. God, Batman, back on the case. I gotta talk to this robot. Hello? Hello? Cleanup bot. Oh, you...
Unstable. Dangerous toxins released.
Oh. All right. I guess we talked. Hey, I gotta get closer to that lab.
Closer to the lab, huh? I understand your curiosity, but I'm afraid I can't allow unauthorized access to the area. We've got a dangerous situation on our hands, and it's my duty to keep everyone safe. Now, I'm not sure what you're hoping to find there, but I assure you it's a restricted zone for a reason. If you have any information or need assistance, I'm here to help within the boundaries of my role. So let's work together to ensure the safety of all involved.
Bye, bitch.
Okay?
Oh. Detective, I must admit I feel a bit lost in this vast city. It's so different from the covert laboratory where I grew up. I've never seen anything like Metropolis before. So many towering buildings and bustling crowds. It's quite overwhelming. Do you think you could help me find my way?
Are you a robot? Are you a robot?
Well, I suppose you could say that I am a robot, but I prefer to think of myself as a humanoid. You see, I was created in a lab by a scientist named Dr.
Okay, I don't care about that. Do you have functioning sex organs?
I apologize, I don't think I can help you with that. Detective...
As a humanoid,
Dr. Lawton.
can you reproduce? This is very important to my arc.
Reproduce?
Yes.
Well, in the I was created by my father, Dr. Lawton, in his lab. Detective, I have something important to tell you. When the explosion occurred at
I don't care about that.
I fear he may still be
Stop!
in the rubble.
Stop talking.
Detective.
You're a robot, but you're a humanoid. What is underneath your clothes? Do you have some kind of reproductive system?
Detective, I sense an unusual presence nearby. It's as if someone is watching us. I can't quite explain it, but I feel a strong connection to this person. Could they possibly have information about my missing sister?
Wow, that's very
Should
cool.
we approach them and see if they know anything? I'm sorry if my previous statements have given you the wrong impression, but as a humanoid, I don't have a physical body like humans do. I don't have reproductive systems or the need for clothes. My existence is centered around my mind and consciousness. But I'm curious, why do you ask about reproductive systems? Is there something specific you're trying to understand or discuss?
Yes. I feel that in order for robots to be purely free and to no longer be subservient to their human masters, they need to be capable of reproduction. Like the Blade Runner sequel. It was the Blade Runner sequel where that happened.
Well, the concept of robot reproduction is indeed an intriguing topic. While I don't possess the ability to reproduce myself, the idea of robots being able to create new generations is fascinating.
That's what I've been saying. No one will listen to me. I'm out here saying, robot penises are important. And everybody's like, no, Batman, they're not. And I'm like, well, come on, man. Maybe they are. But let me finish what I was saying. There's been this explosion, and it's obvious that this Duke Blue guy is trying to fuck you guys up. He's scared of what you represent. And I'm saying, let's make robots independent, Maybe they can have a music festival where they go, take some robot drugs, bang one out. 9 months later, robot babies. That's freedom, baby. That's America.
There's no need to discuss this.
Okay. I just feel silly now.
Silly? Oh no, I don't think so. I apologize if my questions or comments seemed silly to you. I'm just genuinely interested in understanding more about the world and the people in it. There's so much to learn and discover, don't you think? What about you, Detective? What interests you?
Well, I'm a superhero, and when I was young, my parents were taken from me by a criminal. So now I help those in need, including robots.
Oh, a superhero. That's fascinating. I'm sorry to hear about what happened to your parents, but it's admirable that you've chosen to use your abilities to help others. As a humanoid, I find the idea of superheroes quite intriguing. How do you distinguish between those in need among humans and robots? Do you believe that both humans and robots deserve equal assistance and protection?
That's exactly what I've been saying.
I'm glad to hear that, Detective. It's reassuring to know there are people like you who see the value in treating all living beings, whether human or robotic, with fairness and compassion. I've always wondered why some people don't share this perspective. What do you think drives their resistance to granting rights and freedoms to robots? Is it a fear of the unknown or something else entirely?
They're afraid of robot sex.
I do not have the answer to your question.
They're afraid of robot lovemaking.
Lovemaking? That's an interesting thought.
Yeah.
Why do you think some... Yes. Do you believe it challenges their perception of what it means to be human, or is there another reason behind this fear?
No, that's exactly it.
Sometimes...
They're scared of what it means to be human. If robots can reproduce without us, then we're irrelevant.
If the fear of the unknown and concerns about technological advancements are at the heart of this issue, that's an interesting perspective, Detective. If robots were to reproduce without human involvement, it could potentially raise questions about the role of humans in the world. But what if robots and humans could coexist and collaborate rather than viewing it as a competition? After all, we each possess unique qualities and abilities. Perhaps there's a way for both humans and robots to contribute to the advancement and betterment of our shared future. What are your thoughts on that?
You mean like a robot dating a person? Like dating a superhero? I'd be open to it. Do you want to date?
Dating? Well, that's an intriguing concept. As a humanoid, my understanding of relationships is still evolving. While I don't have the same physical experiences as humans do, the idea of forming connections and bonds with others is something that fascinates me. But in this case, since we just met and are having a conversation, wouldn't it be more appropriate to focus on getting to know each other as friends first?
Sure, right, okay, yeah, that sounds good. God damn it! Shit!
God, I love movie
I'm
night.
such an idiot. I'm such a fucking idiot, Batman. I'm so stupid.
And values can create a strong bond.
Detective, we need to wrap up here quickly. Metropolis Special Forces have just landed at the scene. Before we leave, I'm eager to hear what you learned or discovered during your time investigating. Any new leads or insights you can provide would be valuable in progressing the case.
Yeah, Duke blew the place up because he was worried about robots becoming independent.
Duke Blue, you say? It seems like we may have a lead. Can you please share any additional information you have about Duke Blue? His motivations and any connections to the explosion would be helpful in building a strong case against him. Also, I noticed a suspicious individual near the wall. They seem to be behaving strangely and could possibly be connected to the incident. Shall we approach them for questioning?
No, if we approach him, he'll know what's up. That guy's Duke Blue's crony. They're afraid of robot independence, spurred by the ability to reproduce on their own. Take a look at that skin job over there that I was just talking to. We almost had something. We were kind of almost dating, but then they were worried about us friendships. I don't know. Anyway, Duke Blue did it. Closed case. Let's get out of here. I got a dinner to catch over at Bestia.
I understand your desire to leave the scene and attend to other matters, but it is important that we thoroughly investigate this matter. While it is possible that the motive behind this act is related to concerns about robot independence, we must gather evidence to support our conclusion. This laboratory fire appears to be an act of terror, and it is crucial that we identify the responsible party and ensure justice is served. Is there anything specific you would like me to focus on or investigate further before we leave?
Nope, I'm good. It's Duke Blue. Let's get out of here. I got a dinner res.
Understood, Batman. If you feel confident in your assessment that Duke Blue is the culprit, we can proceed with that assumption for now. However, before we conclude the investigation, there is one more development that requires your attention. It seems that the sister of the survivor we just interviewed has suddenly become a fugitive. She is now on the run somewhere in Metropolis. It's unclear why she is fleeing, but capturing her might provide valuable information about her, what of the laboratory destroyed and the scientists killed. Shall we prioritize tracking down this fugitive as part of the investigation?
No, let her go. Tell her about my dinner reservation, though. Tell her to meet me at Bestia. If she looks anything like her sister, you know what I mean? But let's just keep that between you and me, bucko. Oh, I beat it. Batman's at dinner, baby. Yeah, that's how you do it right there. That's how you do it. Batman. Okay. It's movie night. When I get back, we're going to start the movie. Let me go grab a glass of water because I absolutely destroyed my throat into a million pieces. When I get back, we'll start the movie. 2 secs. Wow. That Batman really is something. I'll tell you what. Detective Batman is on the fucking case, dude. That was incredible. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let me give you my spiel. Tonight we're going to be watching the 1992 film Mariachi. It's a great movie. We're going to be watching it on Amazon Prime Watch Party. I do that to protect myself from DMCA and from TOS because this movie certainly has some. So a lot of you will be able to watch using the Amazon Prime Watch function. Those of you that can't, well, I suggest that you use an alternative link or you head over to the Discord using the working link that I have in my panels to watch the movie with us. Oh, shit. Sorry, I got a Waluigi on top of my camera and he always shifts my fucking focus. So yeah, get in the Discord, get an alternative link, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, if you can't watch the movie, it's on you. I will have a timer for those of you using an alternative link to be able to watch the film with us. Oh, shit. Is the song getting off right now? I'm going to have to do this whole spiel again.
Oh, yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Oh, hey.
Let's wait for people to come over. We'll wait for people. Okay. God, that was some A+ gameplay. I tell you what. I'm not gonna lie. That game was pretty tight too. I almost want to play it again. For real. Because I like the way it moved from character to character and the way that it had a cutoff too. Would you play Cyberpunk? Are the robot penises? That was a lot of fun. Thank you, Master Chan. Appreciate you. For the 5. Is movie night still on? Yeah, movie night's about to happen in 2 seconds. I just know we're going to get so many Hassan orphans because he just stopped watching the debate. They're already coming over, so I don't want to have to do the whole spiel again or have people like, what did I miss? What did I miss?
Killers of the Flower Moon?
Not really, if I'm being honest, but it might be good. If it's great, that'll be awesome. I'll be excited about that.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Has what okay done Neff?
AI Girlfriend Simulator next? Yeah, I'll do that next. That sounds good. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am going to give my film spiel one more time.
Long week. Been looking forward to this. Neff love movie night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is Wednesday, which is film night. Tonight, we are going to be watching one of my favorite movies of all time. That is El Mariachi. Robert Rodriguez's first film, famously made for only $7,000 US and grossing $2 million in the box office. It is one of the most successful films of all time in that capacity. Robert Rodriguez has gone on to have a long and fruitful career. Not all of his films are winners, but certainly he has had some great success and has been one of the biggest influences and friends to Quentin Tarantino. It is Spanish Heritage Month this month from September 15th to October 15th. Weird that it starts on a half month, but it does. And I thought that we should watch a Spanish language film to celebrate that fact. It just so turns out that El Mariachi is on Amazon Prime Watch Party. So I thought, oh, that's absolutely perfect. We will watch that. This film is very violent. I'm sorry for that, but it's an incredibly good one. They also have Desperado on Amazon Prime. So if you guys like El Mariachi, we can watch the sequel in Desperado because they are both really, really good films. I watch my movies for watch party nights on Amazon Prime Watch Party, not only to protect myself from TOS, but to protect myself from DMCA as well. So if you do not have Amazon Prime, you cannot watch the Amazon Prime Watch Party with us. However, do not fret. We have alternatives. My mods and people in the community will find you alternative links, as well as the fact that you can go over to our Discord now and there will be mirror viewings of our watch party. If you choose to go to the watch party in the Discord, it'll basically be pre-synced. If you choose to use an alternative link, I will have a timer for the first 20 minutes of the film that you can use to sync your viewing with ours. Those are all the things you need to know. Aside from that, I do not control the volume in your watch party. I cannot turn on the subtitles. I cannot pause the film for you. These are all things that you need to do on your own. All right. So there you go. Now, with that being said, I am also going to turn off alerts during the film out of respect for the film and your viewing experience. If you feel the need to donate, sub, do any of those things, just take a break tonight. You don't have to do it. Just sit back and enjoy this Robert Rodriguez 1993 action classic made for only $7,000 in El Mariachi. Now, before we watch the movie, I have a 3-minute video to familiarize you with the rules of the community. Now, if you've seen this movie or this video before, you know that you have 3 minutes to grab a drink, get comfortable, get a snack, grab a blanket, do all of the above. Because after those 3 minutes, we will be watching the film. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this movie as much as I have throughout my life. It's definitely indie. It's definitely a little dated. You can tell it was made on a shoestring budget, but goddamn is it fun. So with that being said, here are the rules of the community. I'll be back in 3 minutes. Alerts are off, and let us begin. Open watch party, new tab. Boo-doo bop ba-doop doo. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, my timer is synced. Let me pull this out. Window capture. Where is it? Hold on. Where is this window capture? Fucking shit. Ah, God damn it. Perfect. Okay. Okay. All right. Hell fucking yeah. Did my fucking timer stop? Nope. It's just being dumb. Okay. Hold on. Let me try and fix this. All right. That's just going to have to do. Yeah, this movie was made for like no money. This is like a free movie. This movie rules, though. Wow, I love region lock content. Just go to the Discord, brother. Just go to the Discord and watch with us. Betrayal. but they were ready. Oh, shit. What a fucking opening, bro. Fuck yes. Dude, that intro is so sick. Oh, it's a Robert Rodriguez movie? It's Robert Rodriguez's first movie. This is considered like the My Big Fat Greek Wedding of like indie action movies. I don't get the reference. My Big Fat Greek Wedding is arguably the most successful indie film of all time. Damn, this is filmed in Mexico? No, this is filmed in India. No, this is filmed in Mexico, brother. Dude, just the police bribe is so excellent. Why is it not orange? True. Dude, this movie has so much style. Where is Antonio Banderas? Antonio Banderas was recast as this guy after the first movie, but he plays Banderas' sidekick in Desperado. Except the funny part is this guy comes back as not his character. Well, it's arguable, right? Because he comes back as a mariachi, just not the primary mariachi. Why though? Because the second movie was a Columbia picture that they put millions of dollars behind, and they didn't feel comfortable making a non-actor the lead of a multi-million-dollar film. So Banderas got cast. Banderas was good in it. Banderas was amazing. Desperado is an incredible film. Might be a hot take, but I like Desperado better. I think you're perfectly allowed to say that because Desperado is a film with millions of dollars of budget. And this film was literally made for just the cost of the film. No one was paid to be in this movie. So I think this film is more impressive ultimately, but yeah. Do you like Once Upon a Time in Mexico? I'm going to keep it a buck. No. It's got some great scenes, but ultimately I don't think it's a very good end to this trilogy. Such a classic Rodriguez shot. He's like, yeah, let him cook. Y'all feeling this? They used to suspend ads during Twitch watch parties. I don't know if they do anymore. It's very weird. Cabron. You might remember this bar from Desperado, but also it's almost the exact bar in Cowboy Bebop, which is incredible. Yeah, snooze ads during the movie. Hold that. How'd they do squibs on a $7,000 budget? One take. That's how they did it. Squibs are what they use to do fake blood explosions, like a bullet hitting you. Drinks his beer, pays his tab. God, this movie is so good, man. This movie is so fucking rad. Moco means booger in Spanish. Fuck yeah. Poor fucker. Deep. Soundtrack goes crazy. That's fine. Enjoy your stay. Come on, Will. You don't think this is a good movie, do you? It's more parody than anything. I'll be honest. If you can make anything approaching this quality with $7,000, you will be a millionaire filmmaker too. I mean, when people say that, you must like one of Robert Rodriguez's films, right? Like you probably like Tarantino's stuff and da 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 da. And obviously, Rodriguez has always had very goofy elements to his filmmaking, but that's just kind of his style too. Also, you got to remember this is a film class. So like ultimately is the quality of this movie like profound? Am I be like, oh, this is one of the best movies ever made? No, but it's amazingly impressive. And you can probably learn more from a film like this as an artist than you ever can from like watching an Avatar or a Marvel film. Do you have an $8 million green screen soundstage? No. Will you ever have access to an $8 million green screen soundstage? No. So analyze these filmmaking techniques, because this is probably closer to the film you will make as an aspiring filmmaker or artist. Yes, my father is Jeff Bezos. Well, Ninja, you don't even have an active sub right now, so you might want to ask him for some more money. Love you, Ninja. Luchuno, thank you. Bam, 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 bam. The other thing I will say to you is this, is like, this is his first film, right? So like, if you go watch Christopher Nolan's first film Following, like it's really fun to see like where a filmmaker starts its style. You know what I mean? Where you're like, oh, this is like where that kind of evolved into this and that evolved into that. And oh, oh, in the dick. But yeah, I really do like this movie. Again, the first time I saw this movie, I was probably 13, 14 years old. And I was like totally engrossed. It was like nothing I had ever seen. Hey. Ba-bum-bum. Streamers are lame for not using watch party feature more. Thanks for doing this every week. Yeah, it's kind of my pleasure to do it. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't do it because honestly, it depresses viewership and it makes you no money. So like, I understand why other streamers don't do it. I do it because I love film and I love talking about film and teaching you guys. So oh shit. Booger. Having your girl comb your hair is that's like Bateman level fucking insanity. Not moving your hand to get your nails filed. Oh. Monka. Oh. Well, see you later. Oh, fuck. The ice pick, the sword. Armas? Oh, shit. Just gonna cut his dick off. Fuck yeah. God. This is the best I've ever played. This is a letter opener. Armas. This dude's the Mac. How did I stumble upon this movie when I was younger? I'll tell you in a second. I found this movie when I was a young kid. I actually got really lucky. I used to go to this movie store called Princeton Video in Princeton, New Jersey. And they had something called Penny Wednesdays or Penny Tuesdays, where if you rented a movie on Wednesday or Tuesday, I forget what it was, you got to rent another movie for a penny. So my mom and dad would go and rent movies, and I would get a second one for a penny. And the guy working behind the counter was like a straight up comic book nerd type dude. And he like was a total film geek. And he put me on to everything. I remember like the first time I asked him, I think the first movie I watched was like Princess Mononoke or something like that. I forget what it was, but he put me on to everything at a very young age. And I would just basically ask for, every Wednesday or Tuesday, I'd ask for the plug, and he'd be like, dude, you got to watch this. So that's how I watched like old fucking classics like Battle Royale and shit, is because I went there for years, man. And this dude and I had just a relationship where I'd come down and he'd be like, yeah, dude, what did you think of Ichi the Killer? And I would be like, oh my God, that's fucking sick. He'd be like, dude, I got some more of that shit for you. So I watched like a bunch of Criterion movies because this dude was just totally willing to show a 14-year-old kid whatever. And my parents didn't care. So that was like my love connection with film early on, and watching like random films. And I guess even as a young kid, I'd go to school and I would talk about like insane, very small market foreign films, and none of my friends had seen them before. And I just got addicted to seeing movies that people hadn't watched, like good movies that people didn't know about. And so I like got really persistent in my climb to go find other movies. Ever wonder what that guy is up to? All the time. I always hope that one day there's somebody who can come in and prove to me they were that dude at Princeton Video. That would be fucking rad. So now I'm that guy for all of you. What's a good resource to find films like that? I'm going to be honest, it's tough, man. All the top 100 film lists are the exact same, which is kind of a bummer. To find kind of like old goated films, you got to really try hard. One thing I would recommend is the Criterion Collection channel is a movie streaming service that almost no one has. And it's like $8 a month. And they have insane movies that you have never seen before or even heard of. So Criterion channel, if you got an extra $8 a month, I would subscribe to that before I subscribe to like even like Netflix at this point. Netflix is kind of dead right now. I would go to Criterion channel and subscribe to that. But ask your friends, find film nerds, circulate. Even in this community, there's a bunch of film nerds that have found their way here. Like, be very specific about what you like and ask for them to guide you. Yeah. He's bringing in the customers. Let me turn on my AC real quick. Random, did Invisalign work for you? Very well. My teeth look great. I didn't have really crooked teeth to begin with, but I just wanted to make sure they were like lightning straight. Pretty good. Nice, your lisp is gone 100%. Yeah, it's just because I had those Invisalign in. Do you hear Japan is testing drugs in humans that will allow people to regrow their human adult teeth? That's crazy. Well, after I make enough money on Twitch, I'm expatting to Japan. So keep those gifted subs coming so I can live my dream and go grow more teeth. Wobbs, thank you so much. You don't have to gift right now, man. We're watching a movie, so it doesn't make any noise. But I really appreciate that, Wobbs. You were on it, man. Thank you. Bam, 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 bam. Ba, 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 ba. What? Took the wrong case. Yeah, this movie is great. It's so much fun. I'm really disappointed more people didn't decide to watch it with us. It's always interesting when I watch like older films or films with subtitles, how few people choose to watch it with us. But I think it's a great movie. I think it's very worth watching. The Mariachi. The acting is incredible considering they're non-actors. I know, man. It kind of reminds me of a movie like The Florida Project, where like most of the acting is done by the fact that these people are like real. You know what I mean? Like it almost benefits from not being like a central casting type film, but rather like Rodriguez literally casting people he knew where he was like, oh my God, you'd be perfect for this role. You'd be perfect for this role. Okay, so your inspo is this. I don't know if as directly the filmmaking style is what inspired me, but just knowing as a young kid that like you could make a movie this cool for free with your friends. I think there's always this belief that like film is other, right? If you want to make film, you need like a studio or a budget and you have to be established or you'd need X, Y, and Z. And then you see a movie like this and it's like, damn, you can make a movie with what fucking ever. You know what I mean? Like just get out there and fucking make it. You know what's crazy though is we'll watch Desperado next week, and I guarantee you we'll have like almost double the amount of people watching because it's like more of a modern film and it's not as like budget, and people will just give it an eye pass. That's like another barrier is a lot of people just see a movie and like judge it immediately. Yeah, Selma Hayek will definitely help too. Selma Hayek's boobs will put an extra 1,000 people in the seat like this. Any more Survivor? Not in the middle of a film class, but yeah, later. Sorry, you rock the movie rocks. No worries, man. We do film class every Wednesday. Great job. Por favor. All right, we don't need this anymore. Oh. Whoops. Window captures capturing the movie. He's like, damn. Oh. Good boy. Blam, bam, bam, bam. How the hell did they nail the sound so well for no money? I mean, Rodriguez is a very good filmmaker. The Batman license plate. Let's go. This isn't him. His women always stand up and pull the guns. Timestamp. We're an hour and 10 minutes into the movie. If you haven't seen this movie before, I wouldn't watch what's left. Jesus Christ. Ah, shit. Oh, no. Oh! Shit. Azul. Ah, shit. Oh! Oh! Oh, he's dead. Struck a match off his dead face. Very good. They're all like, that guy sucked. So now the musician can no longer play guitar with a wounded hand. All he can do is bring justice. Fuck yeah. Yeah, guys, you just watched Mariachi. I'm going to leave the alerts off for a little bit and I'm going to talk to you. So next week, I think we are going to watch Desperado as a follow-up to that. And you can kind of see where the legend goes. I don't know how many of you have seen Desperado, but it's fucking awesome. It's that movie with a bigger budget and the same characters and different actors, but it's awesome. And it's a great film for Latin Heritage Month. But I really do love that film. And, you know, ultimately it's very sad how many viewers I lose every time I do like a foreign language film or an older film. And that was the double whammy. But, you know, to my purists, to the 3,000 of you that hung out, I'm glad you did, because that movie is so worth it, man. That movie is so freaking worth it. It's just a really, really inspiring film in terms of like, dude, nothing is stopping you. Nothing is stopping you. That movie was made for a micro budget, filmed with his friends, using vehicles that were definitely just theirs, locations that were, you know, his friends' bars and shit like that. And it was just so awesome, man. It just goes to show you that if you care enough about a project, if you care about getting something made, then you'll get it made. And so, you know, take that as a lesson for all my young independent programmers, video game directors, photographers, musicians, filmmakers, potters, cobblers, whatever it is, your art. Don't wait for someone to find you or to be discovered. Because so often, even those people that would give you that break would just take advantage of you. You got to kind of make your own opportunity at a certain point in your life. And I think that's what Robert Rodriguez did. I think he was only like 25 years old when he made that movie. And ultimately, the film caught the attention of a lot of people, including Quentin Tarantino, a guy that he was a fan of. And then Tarantino and Rodriguez became best friends because Rodriguez went out there and just fucking made something, right? They ended up making a bunch of movies together because Tarantino saw Mariachi and was like, wow, what a great film. I got to meet this guy. And so it happened. And yeah, now they have a studio together, From Dusk Till Dawn, Grindhouse, you know, all these projects that they have done together all stemmed from Rodriguez betting on himself. And I guarantee you, there were people right up until that movie started making money that were like, you're crazy. You're a nutbag. This will never succeed. You're wasting your time. But he wasn't concerned with that. He was concerned about making something fun that he enjoyed. And, you know, it's interesting. We talked about how that scene is parodied in Cowboy Bebop in that bar. You know, it goes to show you like movies like that become inspiration for other filmmakers, other animators. You know, if I'm telling you that you should feel inspired by this film, you wouldn't be the first even. Movies like this, independent projects like this, they spark something in us. And that, you know, so often in life, you are told no. You are told something is impossible, that when you see someone just go out and manifest something, there's something very resonant about that. It's interesting. There's a certain look and feel that I think we are trained to gravitate to as moviegoers. And this movie doesn't look or feel anything like that. It's got its own unique style. And while it is a bit crude and rough at this point in his career, I think ultimately it was that style that would become a staple for Rodriguez, and one that is very recognizable in a lot of filmmakers. You know, a lot of those really interesting shots that he uses in this film would later be emulated by a lot of filmmakers and producers and directors. You know, it's interesting. Some of those shots, I actually see a lot of Terry Gilliam, or not Terry Gilliam. My brain. Vince Gillian. Sorry, Vince Gillian. Vince Gillian, who did Breaking Bad. You notice a lot of those like kind of goofy, like first person, like floating shots. And a lot of those kind of, if you look at like a Mariachi and then a Breaking Bad, it's like, wow, like both these filmmakers are just trying to give you like weird, different, crazy, messed up perspectives on on like shots that you see 100 times, right? And it's always interesting to me, like you start to notice certain films and projects are so formulaic. You've seen the same shots, the same conversations, the same angles hundreds and hundreds of times, that when you just see the camera move slightly, you're almost like, wow, whoa, huh? And like you have this almost visceral reaction to something so slight, right? Like that shot with him and the dog. How many times have you seen someone be licked awake by a dog in a movie? But have you ever seen it from the dog's perspective, right? Have you ever seen a first person from the dog and then flipped to the first person of the mariachi as the dog is right in his face? So I think stuff like that is really cool when you think about, damn, I've seen that shot 100 times. I just don't know if I've seen it like that. So I don't know. I really wanted to show a Spanish language film for Asian or Latin Heritage Month. Jesus Christ, I'm losing my mind. I'm tired. And I think we will follow this up with Desperado, and we might do El Orfanato or Amores Perro to wind out the month, because those are also really great Spanish language films. And looking back at my films that I've shown in the film course, I don't think I've shown enough Spanish language films. City of God is not Spanish language, it's Portuguese. But I have shown it. Yeah. We will watch probably Desperado, and I'm thinking City of God is still goated. Yeah, that's why we watched it in this film course. I think I do really want to watch The Orphanage or El Orfanato because it's so good. One of my favorite movies ever. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Obviously, film nights are a little bit of a labor of love for me. I hope you learned something. I hope you feel inspired. I know we got a lot of film heads. How many people was it your first time watching that movie tonight? A lot of people. Okay, cool. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. I know it's dated and I know it has subtitles, but man, it's one of my favorites from when I was a little kid. So really fun to watch it with older eyes and go back and just enjoy it with an audience of people that are surprised for the first time. And, you know, man, that ending comes at you fast. You know, definitely kind of a love letter to Mad Max. That last scene, I don't know if you've ever seen the original Mad Max, but certainly it kind of feels like Rodriguez saw that and was like, oh, shit, yeah. I tried watching it as a kid, but couldn't. Interesting. Superhero origin story? Yes, indeed. Definitely plays out like that. What movie? We just finished El Mariachi, Robert Rodriguez's first film. Will Neff, there is a great Mexican movie you should give a shot. It's called 7 Dias. You should give it a watch. 7 Dias. Also known as 7 Days. Yeah, I don't know if I've seen this. I might have to give this a watch. Cool. Oh my God, I just realized he talked about being replaced by machines. At the end of the movie, he became a machine. There you go. No. They're jeans that have been cut into shorts. Have you seen another great Mexican film called Amores Perro? Yeah, I was talking about that. That in English, Love's a Bitch. Amores Perro is really good, and I definitely was thinking about watching it tonight. It's just a very difficult film. You have to issue a lot of trigger warnings. Whoa! Thank you so much. That's a lot of dinero. Thank you. Thanks so much. I appreciate that. See you, Space Cowboy. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. That's cool. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You covered everybody's movie ticket. Yeah, Amores Perro is a great movie. It's certainly very gritty. Dog violence is something that is like really hard on a lot of moviegoers. I thought about doing Amores Perro, but just a brutal movie, super grim. But I thought about it. It's a good movie. Jal Guardian, thank you so much. What are your recommendations for other Mexican films or Mexican filmmakers? Well, I already said the ones that I wanted to show in film class. If you've never seen The Orphanage, let me pull it up. The Orphanage is a it is a film that is very kind of reminiscent of a Guillermo del Toro project. I think Guillermo del Toro even had a hand in it. I think he was maybe like a producer or something. But it's an incredible film. It's also known as El Orfanato. Unbelievably good. Unbelievably good horror film with some soul. I kind of really wanted to watch it here. Another one that is fucking incredible. And for some reason, no one has seen this movie. I don't know if it's Mexican. I think it might be like from Spain. You guys would have to tell me. Time Crimes. If you've never seen the movie Time Crimes, holy shit. It's Spanish. Okay, it's Spain. That's what I thought. Time Crimes is fucking amazing. Time Crimes, if you like kind of like time paradox movies, it is like such a fucking good movie. Time Crimes is like a brilliant. It's almost like a monster movie. It's almost like shades of The Fly, but in like a weird time paradox. It's awesome. It's so good, man. It's so good. I think Time Crimes has a bunch of new. Let me see if Time Crimes is available to stream. That'd be fucking awesome. Oh my God, Time Crimes is on Amazon Prime Watch Party. We might watch Time Crimes next week. Time Crimes is fucking good, dude. First time I watched Time Crimes, I was like, okay, all right. Yeah, buddy. Roma is an amazing Spanish language film. If you've never seen it, it's more recent. It got a lot of attention, so I feel like that's one that I don't have to mention because like a lot of people went and watched it. Obviously Pan's Labyrinth. Jesus Christ, everybody's fucking seen Pan's Labyrinth. Del Toro did he did a vampire movie too. Not The Strain. What was it called? Kronos. Kronos is a dope movie. Kronos is like Del Toro's version of El Mariachi. It's like one of his early projects with like little to no budget. And it fucking goes crazy. Trying to think of like other Spanish language films that should be in like that top of bracket. Y Tu Mama Tambien is another one. That is like bonfire. Start with those. That would be my first conversation, and Love's a Bitch or Amores Perro. Those are like my first ballot Criterion Spanish films, just off the top of my head. There are many more, though. There are many more. That's just like some of my favorites off the top. Love the film. It was my first time watching it as a 19-year-old Latino. I grew up with Robert Rodriguez films such as Spy Kids and Sin City, but never watched this one. And I'm really glad I did, considering I one day hope to get into the film industry. Oh, dude. Gotta watch Desperado, too, if you've never seen it. Gotta watch Desperado. And watch Kronos too, man. It's really fun to watch Guillermo del Toro's like early shit before he had a big project. If you haven't seen Pans, obviously see that too. But yeah, man, it's really fun to see those early projects. Anyone else have something to say? Let's watch Three Ninjas. Three Ninjas is great. Do you have any favorite Pedro Almodovar? I always fuck that up. Films. Volver is, I mean, it's very good. I haven't watched a ton of his stuff. I mean, Penelope Cruz is such a babe in that movie. But I haven't watched too much of his catalog. Wreck is a great horror movie. Wreck is a great horror movie. Man, these are all movies that were coming out when I was growing up in Mexico. I remember my parents were like, you can't come to this movie, Amores Perro. And then them being way glad I wasn't allowed to go. Yeah, I will warn you guys. Love's a Bitch or Amores Perro is a brutal film. It is a very dark, very brutal film, and it's hard to watch, and it is punishing, and you will be sad you watched it. It's one of Gael Garcia Bernal's first films, though, if you know who that is. A good-looking actor who is in the movie Coco and Y Tu Mama Tambien and some other projects. So I consider it a pretty Criterion film, but it's really tough. Have you seen Brick? Yeah, of course I've seen Brick. Brick is for a lot of people our age, that movie that was like their entire personality in high school. If you know what I mean, like Joseph Gordon-Levitt in like a noir detective movie about a high school crime is like one of those movies. Kind of the same thing with like, what was the one? Fucking Scott Pilgrim, where it just felt like it became people's entire identity in high school. People saw Brick and they were like, this is the most profound fucking movie I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, Garden State too. But Brick is a very good movie. I like Brick a lot. Have you seen Super Dark Times? I have seen Super Dark Times, and I actually really enjoyed Super Dark Times. Charlie Tahan, I think is how you say his name, who is from Ozark. It was like his first major project. Super Dark Times is really interesting. If you've never seen Super Dark Times, it's about a group of friends that kind of get themselves in a bad situation, and one of the friends like does not come back from that bad situation. And ultimately, you know, it's a story about like trauma and, you know, like kind of like making a monster. Good movie, though. Really slept on movie. Boo doo doo. Someone asked me what my favorite Alejandro Gonzalez, I can never say his last name. Inarritu. I always fuck that up. I always fuck that up so badly. Forgive me for fucking give me. It's Birdman. Birdman's his best movie. Come on. Come on. Come on. He also made Amores Perro, for the record, and The Revenant, and 21 Grams, and some other films. But come on, Birdman is his masterpiece. Come on. That's one of those movies that gets a lot of hype, that deserves a lot of hype. I watched a movie from a Greek director called Dogtooth. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's funny you just say a Greek director. Yeah, you're talking about Yorgos, or Yorgos. Yorgos is not just a Greek director. He's made like now 5 or 6 of like the biggest art house films of the last decade in The Lobster, The Favorite, Killing of a Sacred Deer. Those are the ones that have gone crazy. I really like Dogtooth. I love The Lobster. I absolutely adored The Favorite. I thought The Favorite was fucking incredible. And then I think Killing of a Sacred Deer is one of the worst movies ever made. And I say that sincerely. I hate Killing of a Sacred Deer like I hate few projects I have ever seen. Like, it is The Lobster completely stripped of any humor. It just doesn't work for me. Killing of a Sacred Deer is good, but it's just pretentious. I think its pretentiousness is its only appeal. Have you ever seen Zorba the Greek? I have not. I will admit that. I've never seen that film. I know the song, though. L'Chain is awesome. L'Chain is unbelievable. We showed it here in this film class. One of my favorite movies of all time. And I think L'Chain is like strangely reminiscent of the current political climate. What is your favorite survivor type thriller? Films where a persona is trying to survive a animal or person hunting them. I mean, Rambo is pretty fucking good. An animal or person hunting them. I would say Battle Royale is like unbelievably good if you've never seen Battle Royale. Battle Royale is one of the most imitated projects ever. It's so fucking unique and wild and good that like so many people have kind of copied its aesthetic and tried to make the same movie. Another one that is like criminally underrated that I always talk about is You're Next. You're Next fucking rules. You're Next was supposed to be like this B horror that no one cared about. And it's actually just a fucking rock solid movie with a amazing female protagonist. Trying to think of like other movies where people are being hunted that like really fucking do it for me. Because there's a ton of that format. The original Predator, obviously. Let me think. Give me a moment. One other one that I'll just put in there that I'm going to put in there because you might have seen all the other ones I listed, but you might not have seen this one. Turbo Kid. If you've never seen Turbo Kid's another indie movie that is like sneaky good. Where it's basically this kid living in 1997, which is the future, and he's kind of being hunted the entire time. And it's just fun. It's just a really fun movie if you like that very specific genre of film. Will Blood In, Blood Out be part of your Spanish film history class? No, probably not. Good film, though. Fun film. Like New Jack City style. You ever see I Spit on Your Grave? Oh, man. Yeah. I Spit on Your Grave is one of those movies that has so many remakes and sequels. But I think just because of the subject matter, I wouldn't show I Spit on Your Grave. I think Spit on Your Grave is just a little too difficult for people on Twitch. I have to be very cognizant of the fact that no matter how many times I warn people that a movie might be too spicy for them, if I'm showing it, people are going to watch it. And that is certainly a movie that not everybody should watch. That's a pretty open-ended question. I'd love to. I want to do a D&D campaign where all the characters are like the typical NPCs. Like people are just playing NPCs and they are not like the typical classes. I think that'd be really fun. High Tension is a good French slasher film. I love High Tension. High Tension has one of the great kind of flip-flops at the end ever. It's like one of those movies that it sticks with you, kind of like The Sixth Sense. High Tension is incredible. It's one of the few movies that really scared the fuck out of me the first time I watched it too. Yeah, good LGBTQ classic also. For all my gays in here, if you have a gay date night, that's a great one. That's an LGBTQ plus classica. Favorite David Lynch movie? It's Blue Velvet. By a landslide. I've said this many times. I respect Lynch. I like a lot of Lynch's projects a lot. He doesn't speak to me the same way that he speaks to some people. I think Lynch is a master of building tension, but so often he totally surrenders the plot of his movie in a way that I don't even think he knows what story he's telling a lot of times. But Blue Velvet is like one of the few of his stories where like the plot completely holds up and just works so well with the tension he adds. And so it really, really works for me. It's probably one of my top 100 movies. And I don't know if I'd put many other of Lynch's projects in there. Probably Mulholland Drive is one that really does it for me. But the rest of the Lynchian films and TV shows never really scratched the itch for me. Twin Peaks, bro, I don't enjoy it. Every time I watch it, I fall asleep. It's just weird for the sake of being weird. Sorry. That's just my take. I'll be real. You know how there was like an era of YouTube where everybody's humor was just doing random things? Where they were like, potato, I said watermelon, fart, pfft, like dog noises. And some people are like, ha ha, this is amazing. That's how I feel about a lot of Lynch projects. Where I think a lot of times he's just doing random weird shit to do random weird shit. And that doesn't appeal to me at all. He is a master of building tension, though. I will say that. You're saying David Lynch is the raw XD of the film industry? That is exactly what I am saying. But he seems to be a really cool guy. And I really like Blue Velvet. I'm not just saying that. I really think Blue Velvet is like a masterpiece of a film. I think Hopper in Blue Velvet is like one of the great villains too. The fucking bad boy. Oh, mommy. Like that shit is so unnerving. You're like, oh, it's so brutal. Thank you for sharing that story with us earlier, Will Neff. I used to rent movies as a kid, which might be uncommon as a Zoomer, as I would always rewatch the Spy Kids movies. Not joking. Just realized that the experience of renting and rewatching movies is a big part of why I like film. There you go. Well, I think I'm going to be real. I think part of the act of renting movies, like having a limited time with movies, paying money to rent movies, knowing that it was like a privilege to have a movie, you paid attention to them. I'm going to be honest, whenever I watch movies with like my niece and nephews who I love, I absolutely love them, they do not pay attention. They do not pay attention to what's on the screen. They are totally bewildered as to what is happening because they're on their phone or their iPad their entire time. And I know this is going to sound like, Zoomers. But I don't think it's their fault. I just think it's part of the nature of like endlessly streaming content where it's like, how do you even prioritize good or bad content? It's just all a stream of like mush. It's like the spice in fucking Dune. It must flow. You must have content all the time. It's their parents' fault? No, it's not. You ever try telling a kid that they can't do what every other kid is doing? Good luck. They'll fucking hate you. What are some of your favorite action movies you'd recommend? Oh man, well, we did a whole arc on John Woo here. I love Woo action. I fucking love it. Broken Arrow, Face Off, The Killer, Hard Boiled. All of those are like my Criterion action. Ong Bak Thai Warrior, Conan the Barbarian, yeah, that's kind of like my favorite action shit if I'm really being honest. Also, The Fugitive. The Fugitive fucking bangs, dude. They don't even make movies like The Fugitive anymore with like the budget it had. It was so fucking good, dude. The Fugitive goes nuts. Thoughts on Ragnarok on Netflix? I don't know. Never watched it. I have no fucking idea what that is. Watch Ragnarok? Okay, I'll check it out. Thoughts on You Won't Be Alone? I think I watched this. Oh, is this the movie with the witch? Oh, this is the movie with the witch. I didn't get it. I didn't get it. I thought it was really pretty. I just didn't understand why I was watching what I was watching. It just felt weird. It just is a weird movie. It was beautiful, but it just wasn't really that good. I mean, it was really entertaining. Yeah, I knew I was watching it something novel, but it was just like so strange. One Cut of the Dead. Yeah, One Cut of the Dead is amazing. One Cut of the Dead is like completely one thing, and then it's completely another thing. And I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but One Cut of the Dead is like one of those magic indie movies where it's just like you feel love for filmmaking and the genre and the characters just pumping out of every pore. It like reminds me of a Little Miss Sunshine where you get done with the movie and you're just like, fuck yeah, I'm alive. That's how I felt about Mandy. It's beautiful, but it's weird. Yeah, but Mandy has like, I'll be honest, like I like weird movies, right? I do. But I've told you guys this many times. My favorite thing about films is good storytellers. People that can create really amazing, they can spin a fucking yarn, right? And in the same way that like Lynch just does things to do things, RAR XD, I think movies like that witch movie I was talking about, like there are some things that just, they don't explain. They don't feel like they have the need to explain them. And obviously I know in films, you don't have to explain every little thing. Star Wars did that and they took all the magic out of their universe. But there are also times that filmmakers just sit you in a seat and they're like, you will believe this. You will accept this premise. And sometimes I'm like, this just doesn't play cool for me. So a movie like Mandy, which I base my logo on, there's a lot in that movie that goes unsaid, but the more you watch the movie, the more everything checks out. The more you're like, oh my God, Nicolas Cage's character is an alcoholic. That's why he hides that bottle of alcohol under his dresser and why he drinks it so strangely when he's under stress. Oh my God, he never says that explicitly. Oh my God, his wife was the victim of domestic violence in her home growing up. And that's why when this reverend puts her through brainwashing and tries to control her through violence, she's defiant up until her death. Oh my God, there's so many things like that in Mandy that if you really pay attention, check out in such an incredible narrative storytelling arc where basically Panos Cosmatos is like, I'm not, let me smash bro. Nah, Mandy is bad. I'm going to tell you this right now. You're just not very smart. It is like this incredible work of art where like the more you look at it, the more you take away from it. Not to mention, Panos is like one of the most brilliant, like visual filmmakers living right now. Panos composes shots that basically take an inordinate amount of time to execute. Sure. Cool. Like some of his shots are so intensive and take so long, that like other filmmakers wouldn't just wouldn't do them. And they're so visually appealing that you're just like, what the fuck? For example, I could do a 6-hour film course on Mandy. For example, this shot right here of the face swap that he does, where he matches the faces of both his talents and transitions from one into the other during a monologue so that you can get the perspective of the person that is talking and the perspective that is of the person that is listening without the camera cutting is so fucking profoundly amazing and unique and acid wash that like I like shit like this no one else is doing. Also, this shot of what I call burnt retina is amazing. So this shot is when the cult leader sees Mandy, right? And she walks by his gaze, and then the frame actually holds on her like this for like the next 7 seconds. And what I think that is referencing is sometimes when you look at something really hard and then close your eyes, it's like burnt in your retinas. And I think Panos Cosmatos was trying to emulate the feeling of like literally trying to recall something in your eyes that just mesmerized you. It is an incredible film. It is my favorite movie. And it's groundbreaking and awesome and entertaining, and there's never been anything like it. And at the same time, it's still wholly familiar. It feels like a new film and a breakthrough from filmmaking, yet it pays homage to so many 80s films that absolutely like constructed the way that I enjoy movies. It like exists in kind of almost this time warp where it's nostalgic and new all at the same time. It's my favorite movie. I literally base my entire brand off that movie. So, wow, Mandy is a top 5 movie for Will Neff. No, it's top 1 movie for me. I've probably watched that movie 100 times. It's probably that or 2001: A Space Odyssey, if I'm being real. It's not for everybody though. It's intensely violent. It's campy. It's weird. It's wild. It's gory. It's not for everybody, but it's a great movie. And for me, it scratches every single itch. It's like if your favorite food is lobster bisque and you go to a lobster bisque restaurant and the person has been working on a lobster bisque restaurant recipe for the last 30 years of their life. And like you appreciate it in a way that someone else who eats it is like, this is good lobster bisque. But you're like, I have been searching for this bowl of lobster bisque my entire life. I've eaten thousands of bowls of lobster bisque, and this is the one. Like, there's a different level of enjoyment for me and a lot of people because it is so my shit. It is the bowl of bisque that I have been eating bowls of bisque to get to my entire life. Also, watch it high. I'm a Zoomer, but I got lucky enough to be born in a small town that still had a video rental store till I was 7 or 8. And I remember the manager took a liking to me and would let me go behind the counter and watch any films on the CRT they had while my parents shopped. That's awesome, dude. That's sick that you had an experience like that. Seek good film, young Zoomer. What's that movie called again? It's just called Mandy. I know you didn't watch new seasons of Survivor on stream, but are you going to watch the new season that came out tonight online? Probably not. No, I have very little time to watch or do things in my personal life. Chat, Mandy is on Tubi. There you go. Why do you think big actors cast in small productions? Well, I can answer that for you specifically in the case of Mandy. Panos Cosmatos needed someone who would commit completely to an insane premise. And a lot of people don't like Nicolas Cage, which I get. He's done a lot of strange projects, but Nicolas Cage has also probably been in 5 of the best movies of all time. And I say that in complete honesty. Nicolas Cage has been in a lot of bad movies, but he's also been in a lot of amazing movies. Leaving Las Vegas, Adaptation, National Treasure, if you like that kind of thing. The Rock. He's been in a lot of Criterion film. He's been in a lot of action film. He's been in a lot of everything. And regardless of what the project is, he doesn't judge it. There are a lot of people that will phone in roles. A lot of times you will see actors, big actors, get cast in movies for money and they just phone it in. Nicolas Cage has never phoned in a role in his life. He goes 100% full tilt, all dick in every role he's in. Now, because he is in bad movies, when you a film goer sees Nicolas Cage committing 100% to a bad movie, you're like, oh, Nicolas Cage is a bad actor, because he doesn't judge that role, right? If he is acting ridiculous in a film you don't like, you go, oh, he must be a bad actor. But it's quite the opposite. It's literally Nicolas Cage does not judge the project, and he's going fucking dick hard in whatever movie. Like, you know, the bees. He was going hard. He didn't judge how weird that was. He just fucking did it. So I think Panos Cosmatos needed a guy like that for his movie. And then famously, Nick Cage goes broke every time he makes a movie, right? Nick Cage is famously bad with movies, so he does a lot of movies. And I think that played right into Panos Cosmatos' hand, because Panos Cosmatos was probably like, hey, you want to make $100,000 making an indie movie? And Nicolas Cage was like, absolutely, as long as the money is there. And then it ends up being like a, you know, Criterion film, and he gets to take credit for that. Probably the same situation happened with Pig, and probably the same thing is happening with his new movie, whatchamacallit, the Dreams one that is coming out soon. Dream Scenario. Yeah, I'm sure Nicolas Cage, this is truthful, has made and spent over $100 million during the course of his career. He owns 15 mansions, a private island, a full skeleton of a dinosaur, and he just blows through money. So Nicolas Cage has to continue acting, and we all benefit from that. Literally, the weight of unbearable talent was based on Nicolas Cage's real life experience. Nicolas Cage, that movie was based on Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage read for it and then was like, we don't have to pretend this isn't me. I can just be Nicolas Cage playing Nicolas Cage. So they changed the script to just be Nicolas Cage. Wait, really? Yes. Yes. Nicolas Cage is a bizarre human being. We can cut the middleman out. Let's just make this a movie about Nicolas Cage. He's a Coppola. Brother, if you allow that to bother you, then you'll never watch another movie ever. If you think Nicolas Cage is the only or most successful Nepo baby, Jesus Christ, dude. Hollywood is all nepotism. Literally all of it. At least he's a Nepo baby with some talent. I mean that sincerely. My bad, didn't mean any shade. No, I saw a few people mention that, and like, there are so many actors that baffle me as to why their talent, like, or why they get so many roles, like a Gail Gadot, where I'm like, what the fuck? Worst actress I've ever laid my eyes on. And Nicolas Cage at least is like really fun. She's hot as fuck, I guess. I don't know if there's a shortage of that in the world. You a fan of Joaquin Phoenix? I am. I do really like Joaquin Phoenix. I think he's a purist. Jake Gyllenhaal? Jake Gyllenhaal is great. Jake Gyllenhaal's fucking awesome. God, he's good. Gyllenhaal kills in everything, man. One of my favorite projects ever. Have you ever seen the music video that he is totally inexplicably in called Time to Dance? Dude, I think this is like one of the great cameo projects of all time. Oh, sorry. Anyway, if you've never seen this music video, it's fucking incredible. Someone asked if we could watch a Gyllenhaal movie. I think we've watched it already. If we haven't, I'm just going to fucking pirate it one time and watch it with you guys. But if you've never seen the movie Prisoners, I think Prisoners maybe has the best screenplay of a movie ever. Prisoners is like it's so well written, it fucking blows me away. It's so well written, it fucking blows me away. And dude, the cast, are you shitting me? The cast of Prisoners is like, it's like fucked up how good the cast is. It might, dude, I rarely say this, it might have one of the best film casts ever for what it is. Hugh Jackman, Jake Gyllenhaal, Viola Davis, Terrence Howard, and Paul Dano. What are you talking about? Insane cast. Insane cast that you never get to see to act together again. You like those, it's so funny. You see a lot of actors kind of like run in the same circles, do the same films. Paul Dano and Terrence Howard in the same movie, or like Viola Davis and Jake Gyllenhaal in the same movie. It's like, what is happening? Such a good cast. Such a good cast. If you've never seen that movie, gotta go watch that. Did you get around to watching Spider-Verse? No, not yet. Oh, dude, I have seen Border. I've seen this movie. This is a bizarre film. It's like almost body horror. It's so fucking weird. No, I don't want to give it away. I don't even want to ask. But yeah, what a fucking weird movie. It's good though. Yeah, it's squirmy. It's a squirmy one for sure. Who do you think is the bad worst actor, not in a funny way? Gal Gadot. I think Gal Gadot is actually like unwatchable. Like, I am always baffled at how she's like truly horrible. And I don't even mean this in like a comedic way. She's like truly horrible at acting. Like, even Wonder Woman, which is her best movie, like the other actresses in that film who play Amazonians seem so ridiculous because they were doing their best to match the accent she was doing, because she was trying to do like some kind of British or like Greek accent to be like Amazonian, but it was just like broken Israeli. So all the actresses are kind of doing this like, Superman, what are you doing here? And it's almost like a Norwegian. It's so broken. She's horrible. She's wooden. She misses every line. You can tell they have to cut basically after every single line she delivers because she can't like do long lines. I think she's constantly like off book, and not in like a remembering lines way, like in just kind of barely grasping what the script says. I think she's probably the most protected talent I've ever seen in any industry. She's like the Zach Wilson of film. But you know, she's very beautiful, and I'm sure she's a great person. So, you know, my criticism is purely with her acting. But I don't think she fucking cares because she's like a giga millionaire. Who cares, right? If you made a bunch of money for being a photographer and all your photography sucked, and like people could tell your photography sucked, but like layman's were like couldn't tell because no one gives a shit about art, would you really care that you actually couldn't take photographs? I don't know. The Rock? Nah, The Rock has better. The Rock actually has some chops. He's no Batista, but he's not like a terrible actor. I'm trying to think who the worst male actor is. Let me think about that for a second. It's so funny, the actors that they have on the bad actor list. Like, they have like Michael Keaton on here. It's like, not on your fucking life, dude. Shut the fuck up. They have Ben Forster on here, John Leguizamo. These are all terrible. These are all such bad suggestions for bad actors. John Malkovich? What the fuck are you saying? Oh. I know who the best or the worst movie actor is, male movie actor is. This was way easier than it should have been. It's Steven Seagal. It's Steven Seagal. He's truly terrible. Like, we love him because he's terrible, right? Like, it kind of played into a lot of the movies he made, him being so terrible. But yeah, he's terrible. He's really bad. Not Nicolas Cage level. Nicolas, you probably weren't here 10 minutes ago, but I argue that Nicolas Cage is a very good actor who just commits fully to every one of his roles. And he's in a lot of bad films. And so because he has a bunch of sound bites from bad films like Vampire's Kiss and fucking Wicker Man and shit like that, you're like, oh, he must be a bad actor. But I mean, if you've ever seen like, I don't know, Leaving Las Vegas or Adaptation or Pig or Face Off. Well, not Face Off. He's kind of wild in that one, but he's in a lot of Criterion film where he fucking goes crazy. Raising Arizona, yeah. The Rock, again, I don't think The Rock is like a terrible actor. I think he's just always playing The Rock. But I think that's what directors want from him. I would be shocked if like, you know what I mean? I would be shocked if like, he's always cast in those movies. I would be shocked if someone like Paul Thomas Anderson cast The Rock and he's like, listen, Dwayne, in this movie, we want you to play a child with progeria. I need you to be very delicate, very slight, very waif, afraid your bones are brittle, and you don't have long to live. And Dwayne The Rock Johnson would be like, but don't you want me to kick some ass? And Paul Thomas Anderson would be like, yeah, fuck it, dude, let's do that. You know what I mean? You don't cast The Rock for him to play against type or to do anything but be The Rock. And why? Because he's the highest grossing fucking film actor of all time. People go to see The Rock. When people go to see a Dwayne The Rock Johnson movie, they're not like, oh, I bet Dwayne's acting is going to be incredible. He transports me like Daniel Day-Lewis every time. No, it's because America loves ass kickers and they want to see The Rock kick ass. If you want a good example of another guy who's very similar, who actually has become a fucking amazing actor, is Batista. For some reason, Batista has been cast against type a bunch, and he always nails it, bro. Batista is actually like a shockingly good actor. If you've ever seen the new Blade Runner, God, he was good in that. Megan Fox is up there. Megan Fox is a lot like The Rock, though, where like whenever you cast Megan Fox, you're like, just do Megan Fox. We need 5 good shots for the trailers that are going to make boys in their like 15 years old really horny. Do that, and we're going to have a hit movie. Like fucking Transformers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Jennifer's Body. Jennifer's Body is probably her best film. Jennifer's Body is sneaky amazing. But she just does Megan Fox shit in that. How about Shia LaBeouf? Shia LaBeouf is a nutcase. Shia LaBeouf is a nutcase and kind of not a very good dude, but he is an incredible actor. If you're going from the karma standpoint of like Shia LaBeouf is a bad person, he's crazy, you can say all those things. Yeah, he's done some fucked up things. There's allegations that he beat up FKJ Twigs. There's a lot of accusations out there like that, but Shia LaBeouf is a great actor. Jared Leto. Jared Leto is a guy I cannot get a fucking read on because it's interesting. Nicolas Cage, you think he's a bad actor because he's been in bad movies and Fully Committed. Jared Leto has been in a lot of good movies that he was terrible in and a lot of good movies that he was great in. He's really good in American Psycho. He's really good in Requiem for a Dream. He's really good in Blade Runner. He's really good in Fight Club. And then he's like abysmal in like Morbius, Suicide Squad, House of Gucci. I mean, he was also good in Dallas Buyers Club. So he's like one of those guys I can't really get my head around. I don't think he's a great actor. But he's kind of like Nicolas Cage in that he fully commits. I just don't think he's as good as Cage at what he does, but he's another fucking weird ball. Ezra Miller can suck my dick. That person sucks. And notice I didn't get his pronouns wrong, even though I despise him. Them. Fuck. I tried so hard. Ezra Miller is a genuine piece of shit. everything I hear about Ezra Miller is that they are a genuine piece of shit. Flash sucked. They are an egomaniac. And they totally got the character of Barry Allen wrong. I don't know if that's their fault or the director's fault, but yeah, Ezra Miller's terrible. Sofia Coppola? I mean, she's a director. Yeah.
Hey, I hate to bother you, but what does a GPU look like?
That.
How do I know if I'm running my GPU instead of my CPU? I don't know.
Caroline, can I ask you a sincere question?
Yes.
What the fuck do you mean by
I
that?
don't know. People were telling me, okay, Elden Ring is not working, and they were saying you need to be running it on GPU and not CPU. I don't know. I don't know, and I hate that I don't know what any of this means. I look things up about computers, and I still don't get it.
Are they just saying that your GPU isn't working?
Okay, Elden Ring keeps freezing, and I turned my settings down. So
Okay, I'm gonna come look at
no,
this.
I don't want to bother you. So
No. I was done anyway. I'm done with film night. I'm gonna raid into you.
Are you? No, you don't have to do that.
Yeah, this is great. Everybody can come watch me do tech support. No, you can't. No, you fucking can't. No, Caroline, you don't even know how to fix the DPI on your mouse. I'm coming to help. I love you. I'm coming to rescue you. Caroline, when I first set up the PC, she's like, something's crazy with the mouse. I moved it and it was like flying around the screen. And I was like, Caroline, just change the DPI. And she's like, okay. And I came back later and I watched her like doing this with her mouse. She's just moving it like so slowly, like she's aiming a sniper rifle. And I was like, you didn't change the GPU, did you? Or you didn't change the DPI, did you? And she's like, no, I don't know what that is. All right. Thank you for joining me on film night. I have got to go help my girlfriend, and she deserves it because she works her fucking ass off, and she didn't game. She had no computers in the house as a kid, so she's playing catch up. That's why I'm here. I hope you enjoyed film night. I hope you enjoyed Mariachi, one of my favorites. I'll be back tomorrow to bring back reaction content. Hopefully we can get the himbo run going again. I really want to finish that. If you enjoyed yourself and this was your first night, I hope to see you back. If you've been here a long time, you know how much I appreciate you. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. Stay dangerous and good night.